Your daily routine is like a slow-motion attack on your most vital organ. Many of us are unknowingly damaging our hearts day after day with habits we think are harmless. It's time to stop the silent damage. Welcome to Levitas. Today, we're diving deep into 9 hidden habits that could be harming your heart right now. What's one healthy habit you suspect might actually be a myth? Share it in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see what you all are thinking. And please hit that like. It's a simple click for you, but it truly helps the channel with the algorithm. All right, let's get into it. Habit number 1. First up, that bottle of painkillers in your cabinet. Many of us pop an ibuprofen or naproxen for a headache, a sore back, or achy joints without a second thought. We see them as perfectly harmless. But the problem is when once in a while becomes every single day. These meds, known as NSAIDs, can have real systemic effects. They can constrict blood vessels, which may lead to an increase in blood pressure, and they can also affect your kidney function, which is critical for filtering your blood and managing fluid balance. This isn't just a small, trivial risk. A large-scale 2017 study published in the British Medical Journal analyzed data from nearly 500,000 people. It found that regular current use of common painkillers was linked to a significantly higher risk of having a heart attack. The takeaway here is not that you can never use them. The takeaway is respect. These are powerful medications. For acute short-term pain? Fine. But if you find yourself needing them every single day just to get by, that is a signal that you need to have a deeper conversation with your doctor about the root cause of your pain and safer long-term strategies for your heart. Habit number 2. Next, let's talk about fats. For decades, we were told fat is the enemy. Now, we know that's wrong, but which fats we're eating matters more than ever. First, the easy one, artificial trans fats. These are the partially hydrogenated oils that were once in everything from margarine to cookies. They are cardiovascular disasters. They directly raise your LDL, that lousy or bad cholesterol, while simultaneously lowering your HDL, the helpful or good cholesterol. A landmark 2006 review in the New England Journal of Medicine basically wrote the obituary for trans fats, solidifying the evidence that led to their ban in many countries. But you still need to be a label reader, especially on older, imported, or non-food items like coffee creamers. Now, the more controversial one, refined seed oils. I'm talking about corn, soybean, sunflower, and safflower oils. The problem here is the quantity and ratio. Our modern diet, especially processed foods, is drowning in these oils, which are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. We need omega-6, but we also need omega-3 from things like fish and flax. When the ratio is heavily skewed, like 20:1 omega-6 to omega-3, instead of a healthier 2:1 ratio or less, it can create a pro-inflammatory environment in the body. A 2019 review in BMJ Open Heart highlighted this high omega-6 intake as a serious potential concern for cardiovascular health. The simple swap? Use extra virgin olive oil, MCT, or avocado oil for your primary cooking and dressings. Habit number 3. Speaking of processed foods, that brings us to habit number 3. Relying on ultra-processed foods, or UPFs. These aren't just processed. They aren't really food in the traditional sense. They are industrial formulations engineered to be cheap, durable, and so delicious you can't stop eating them. They are the delivery system for all the things we just talked about, the bad fats, the excessive sodium, and as we'll see in a minute, the sugar. This combination is a perfect storm for heart disease, and the science is clearer than ever. A massive 2023 study published in the Lancet Regional Health, Europe followed over 200,000 people. The conclusion was stark. Higher consumption of these foods was directly linked to an increased risk of both developing and dying from cardiovascular disease. Every time you choose a whole food, like an apple, a handful of nuts, a piece of chicken, over a packaged food product, you are making a deposit in your heart's health account. Habit number 4. This next one is something we rarely think about. We worry about what we put in our body, but not what our body is in. I'm talking about environmental pollutants. Our heart health is not in a bubble. There are 2 big culprits: air pollution and endocrine disruptors. First, air pollution. Those tiny invisible particles from car exhaust and industrial smoke, known as PM 2.5, are small enough to pass from your lungs directly into your bloodstream. Once there, they act like tiny invaders, triggering inflammation and oxidative stress, which can damage the lining of your arteries. This is now mainstream science. A 2021 scientific statement from the Journal of the American Heart Association officially confirmed that PM 2.5 exposure is a significant non-traditional risk factor for heart attacks and strokes. Then, there are chemicals like BPA and phthalates found in many plastics and food linings. These can act as endocrine disruptors, which may interfere with your body's hormones and, in some studies, have been linked to high blood pressure. You can't move to a mountaintop, but you can check your local air quality index, consider an air purifier for your home, and reduce plastic use by swapping for glass and stainless steel containers. Habit number 5. We all know it's a bad one, but we often underestimate how it damages the heart. The consumption of added sugar. This isn't about the natural sugar in a piece of fruit. This is about the sugars, syrups, and high fructose corn syrup added to sodas, cereals, yogurts, sauces, and countless other packaged foods. When you consume excess sugar, your body has to deal with it. This drives inflammation. It can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to type 2 diabetes, which is itself a massive risk factor for heart disease. But it also has a more direct effect. Excess sugar can raise your blood pressure and increase the level of harmful fats, called triglycerides, in your blood. A landmark 2014 study in JAMA Internal Medicine was a wake-up call. It found a powerful direct link between the percentage of daily calories from added sugar and the risk of dying from heart disease, and this was independent of a person's body weight. This means even if you're not gaining weight from it, that daily sugary drink is still doing internal harm. Habit number 6. It's not just what we eat, but what we do. Or in this case, what we don't do. Habit number 6 is living a sedentary lifestyle. The phrase "sitting is the new destroyer" sounds like an exaggeration. As a doctor, I can tell you it is frighteningly accurate. Your heart is a muscle. To stay strong and efficient, it needs to be challenged. When you sit for 8, 10, 12 hours a day, your entire cardiovascular system slows down. Your circulation is reduced. Your metabolic health plummets. Your body becomes less sensitive to insulin. And here's the scariest part. A 2018 study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology delivered a tough message. It found that high amounts of sedentary time, just sitting, were associated with increased cardiovascular risk, even for people who exercised. That means your 30-minute run in the morning is fantastic, but it cannot undo the damage of sitting for the other 23.5 hours. The solution? Move often. Break up your sitting. Stand up during calls or every 30 to 60 minutes. Take the stairs. It all adds up. Habit number 7. Just as important as movement is rest. Habit number 7 is neglecting quality sleep. We tend to treat sleep as a luxury or the first thing to sacrifice when we get busy. This is a profound mistake for heart health. Sleep is not a passive off switch. It is an active, vital, restorative state for your cardiovascular system. It's when your body repairs tissues, your blood pressure naturally dips, and your brain clears out toxins. When you get poor sleep, either too little, under 6 hours, or fragmented low-quality sleep, like from sleep apnea, you rob your body of this. Your body stays in a fight or flight state, dumping stress hormones like cortisol into your blood, which keeps your blood pressure elevated. It also messes with your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin, making you crave sugar and high-fat foods the next day. A 2020 meta-analysis in the Journal of Sleep Research confirmed what we've long suspected. Both short sleep and, interestingly, consistently long sleep over 9 hours are linked to a significantly increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Prioritizing 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is not lazy. It is a non-negotiable part of a heart-healthy life. Habit number 8. Here's one that surprises almost everyone I work with. Poor oral hygiene. Yes, I'm talking about not brushing or flossing enough. The mouth-body connection is one of the most exciting and important areas of medical research right now. Your mouth is a gateway to your entire body. When you have poor oral hygiene, plaque builds up, and your gums can become inflamed. This is called gingivitis, and if it progresses, it's called periodontitis. Periodontitis is a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation. The bacteria in your inflamed gums don't just stay in your mouth. They can, and do, enter your bloodstream. These bacteria, and the inflammatory signals they create, can travel throughout your body, contributing to inflammation in the lining of your arteries, the very foundation of atherosclerosis, or heart disease. The evidence? A 2021 study in the European Heart Journal followed over 160,000 people and found that those with poor oral hygiene and frequent gum disease had a significantly higher risk of developing atrial fibrillation and heart failure. So brushing and flossing aren't just for a pretty smile. It is an essential, twice-a-day strategy to protect your heart. Habit number 9. This brings us to the final, and perhaps most critical, habit. Ignoring your doctor and, more specifically, ignoring your silent numbers. Heart disease is often a silent issue. This is not a movie. You don't just clutch your chest one day out of the blue. The damage happens slowly, silently, for decades. High blood pressure? You can't feel it. High LDL cholesterol? You can't feel it. High blood sugar or insulin resistance? You can't feel it. You can walk around for 10 or 20 years with these conditions, and all the while they are silently wreaking havoc on your arteries, your heart, your kidneys, and your brain. The only way to know is to get checked. Skipping your annual physical is like flying a plane in a storm with no instruments. You are flying blind. A 2019 report from the CDC put it simply, managing blood pressure, a number you only get from a checkup, could prevent tens of millions of heart attacks and strokes. Know your numbers. Knowledge is power. So let's bring this all together. The key takeaway is that your heart health isn't determined by one single habit. It is the cumulative daily effect of all these small, seemingly unrelated choices. The damage from a night of poor sleep is compounded by a high-sugar breakfast, which is made worse by a stressful, sedentary day at your desk, all while ignoring the silent inflammation from your gums and the pollution particles in the air. But, and this is the most important part, the good news, is that the positive changes are also cumulative. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. You have the power to protect your heart, starting with your very next choice. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Also share, comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos to empower your health and fitness journey. So, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.